Hey everybody, happy Tuesday, tasty Tuesday that is. So last week I hopped on and I gave everybody one of my favorite desserts. So I thought that tonight I would hop on and share with you one of my favorite meals. Now, enjoy this while you can, because I am going to preface this with that I am not a big cooker, but I do try. So I'm trying to get used to cooking a little bit more of the meals and taking advantage of some of the recipes that I do have. So I just thought I'd hop on here because I wanted to share one of my favorite ones, which is called the sweet potato helper, is what I kind of refer to it. Years and years and years and years and years ago, when I was not eating healthy, and my stepkids used to make fun of the fact that I was kind of like the hamburger helper magician. I always cooked that because it was quick and it was easy. Did I not know how unprocessed that food was and how unhealthy it really is for you until I started my journey and really learning about more of that nutrition and how to take care of myself a little bit more. So there are ways that I now have incorporated, and I will not take ownership of this meal because this is something that I've learned off of one of my meal guides that I use, and oh boy, let me tell you, it has just become one of my most favorite ones. So as I said, it's called the sweet potato helper is what I like to call it, and the reason that I like the sweet potatoes is because I didn't know it. Just a few facts for you. Sweet potatoes, let's see, let me count the ways. They are rich in vitamin C, which really help and aids in our digestion. They are also, because of that, help us with our stress levels, believe it or not. Trying to think of some other things. So there's vitamin D in sweet potatoes, and that helps with our immune system, which is also supported by the iron that is in the actual sweet potatoes. Who would have thunk that something this big, or I mean this small, and in many instances would come with so many different benefits. There's also magnesium in them, which I love because it actually helps with our relaxation and anti-stress. And you're also going to get a kick out of this one. This was something new that I really learned, was that because of its natural sweetness, it releases in our bloodstream very slowly, which means it does not cause a spike in blood sugar counts. So, and the most important one is that they ward off aging. And I need all of that I could possibly get, right? So, I'm not just bathing them and swimming them. I don't know. Anyway, goofy. So, along why I'm on here, right? So I did, because I know time is of essence for everybody. So what I did was I took the time to kind of prep things for everybody, so that when you hop on here, when you get a chance to kind of look at this, that you will be able to kind of move along the lines of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really easy. I would probably say maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops of prep, if that. So what I usually start with, again, so I start with a little bit of virgin oil. I always get the extra virgin olive oil, and you do 2 teaspoons of this, and you put it in your skillet. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me do this. So maybe this will help a little bit. Bear with me here. That's what happens when you go live. Just gotta kind of find the right spot, right? There we go. All right, so I already put the 2 tablespoons, or teaspoons that is, I'm sorry, clarification, teaspoons of the olive oil in there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to actually add pre-cut onions, and depending on how much onion you really do like, you can add a lot. I only do really like a cup, is what I measure mine out to. It also depends on how many people you're really cooking for as well. And then also green bell peppers. So I also do about a couple of those. I like these. So sometimes I go a little bit more with the green peppers. Now, how you actually go about this would be normally putting in the sweet potatoes already cut up. Now I want to show you these. So I've already cut them up and I've caken them, and they're just kind of like in chunks. So normally you would cut them up and then you would actually just put them in there, not already cooking. But because of this live, I wanted to go ahead and kind of pre-cook them so that you kind of had a really good idea of how the steps really worked when you're making something like this. So what you would do then is that you would watch this probably for about 8 to 10 minutes while your sweet potatoes are cooking. And what I usually look for is that once the sweet potatoes become really soft, and or the onions becomes that, that transparent kind of clear look on them, then you know that they're pretty much getting to the point where you are ready to go ahead with the next step in making the sweet potato helper, right? So now, like I said, I've already done a little bit of pre-cooking, so you can see how, oh my gosh, it's so scrumptious. This is one of my absolute favorite meals. And the nice thing about it too is that when you make a little bit more, then you also have some that you can kind of bag up and store away as well. So the next step in what you actually add then is turkey burger. Instead of ground beef that Hamburger Helper always calls for and all those non-processed, processed foods, then what you're adding to this is going to be your turkey burger. That's what I call it, the turkey burger, ground turkey. No. So you go ahead and you add that in, all right? So hungry for this already. I can't even wait to. And then you want to obviously make sure that the ground turkey is actually already cooked. Now, like I said, I had already cooked it just to make the steps of the live go a little bit faster, but you want to make sure that that is all then mixed in really, really well with each other, that your ground turkey is thoroughly cooked through, and that your sweet potatoes are nice and soft. So I'll probably leave this on here for probably about another 5 to 6 minutes, just kind of keeping my eye on it and stirring it. The great thing about something like this too is this is where you can, obviously learn to double task some things in life, which we do, multitask, right? Maybe clean the dishes up, or maybe unload the dishwasher, multitask that us women are very good at, doing. So the last couple steps, like I said, I'm gonna watch this probably for about another 5-6 minutes. But the last steps that you want to do, once you kind of feel like that is all pretty much done, cooked thoroughly through, is that you're going to use, I buy what are called garlic singles and single thyme, all right? And these are fairly inexpensive. They're like, I think they were maybe like $1.79 at the grocery store. And I don't buy a lot because I don't cook a whole lot, so I don't want to waste what I buy. So what you do is you take a 2 or 3 of those garlic cloves and you cut them up chop them up real fine, all right? And then you're also going to take a few, this is what the thyme looks like, just like that, and you literally are just kind of like scraping it off and putting it into your meal like that. What I have found, believe it or not, is that little bit of garlic and that thyme really does give it just the right seasoning to kind of add a little bit more flavor to this. That really makes it really enjoyable, much more for me. And if you don't like those things, then you obviously don't have to add them in there, because the other part of a lot of what people do or don't like as well would be your sea salt. Now, I am also not a very big salt person, so I always go very light on the salt, just enough for seasoning. You can also add black pepper. I'm not, again, a really big pepper person, but, enough for the seasoning or the taste of it really does help make a difference, I think, in a lot of the cooking as well. So there we go. This is cooking along here pretty well. Like I said, the nice part about something like this too is that when you make enough that you can kind of put it into food storage, food prep, and have maybe some for lunch, or maybe put it away, freeze some, for a later time as well. But it looks like mine's cooking along pretty well, so I'm going to go ahead on those last steps. I'm going to add in my garlic. I can already smell it. Oh gosh, I can't wait. Just kind of scrape those insides. put that out in there. And I'm gonna also add that thyme, so I'm literally just kind of peeling it off and putting it in here. Love the flavor that it gives. You just kind of peel it off. And there we go. So if you happen to have not jumped on tonight for this, then that's absolutely fine. You can catch it at another time. Obviously, if you have any questions at all about, what I just presented to you guys, please feel free to post, any questions that you have about what I cook. See, look how, oh my gosh. It just smells so scrumptious. And it's healthy version of a hamburger helper. So much better for you. So much better for you. So, and on top of that, so next Tuesday will be another Tasty Tuesday. Whew, and it's getting hot in this kitchen. So next week will be another Tasty Tuesday. So if you guys hop on here and you see this video and you have questions, please post them. But if you have some ideas on maybe some meals that you might want to learn a little bit more about, maybe a breakfast or a lunch option or something like that, that might be helpful to your meal planning in order to make you a more successful in your nutrition and your daily life, then please let me know. All right. Other than that, I'm going to go so I can cool down a little bit here, watch my meal, and get ready to eat soon. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Have a good evening. Bye.